Greetings, everyone. I am Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Vintage Story. Happy Thursday, y'all. I have no particular plans today. We are going to do a bunch of things domestically. It is springtime. Officially, if we look at our clock, April 1st. So I'm going to hop up here. Since it's 3 o'clock in the morning, let's take a wee nap before we run around. I have some show and tell for you. I found both fun and interesting things. I have also done some things around our Meadow Mead. And let's see. The first thing is I reorganized our storage. I don't think I showed this last time. I'm using these decorative chest high capacities. I don't know what mod they're from. The chisel mod? Probably. Because you use a chisel on 4 double chests, and it gives you these beauties, which don't quite have as many spaces as a double chest, but if you put 2 of them together, it ends up being like an extra 18 spots more than a double chest could hold. So that's what we've done here. And so I've divided things out in a little more organized fashion for us today. I'm going to take the saw because we have a project to do. The other thing I've done is outside. See, the snow is gone. Well, I mean, there's still flurries, and it is still very cold. Like, it's freezing. I think last night was like 2 below or 1 below. But that means it is warm enough to plant most things. Anything that's cold tolerant to -5, which should be easy to do. And I also have been waiting. I'm working on leather. And I have leather for a reason I'll explain in a moment. The first thing I did was redo the little cover over our local cave here. So I have just used the same cobblestone. I did use the planer and kind of push the cobblestone back. It would be helpful if I would have my lantern in my hand. Maybe y'all could see better. No, does that mean my... Are you working? No. That's a feature. Sometimes our accessibility mod works, sometimes it does not. Anyway, so now there's kind of a way down into... This is where our chert and all the other stuff are. Directly under the house. What's my rot chest doing? 9 rot. Perfect. And I just made the top of it bigger, so I pushed it out a tiny bit because I'm constantly coming down those stairs and running across the top of that, and I was tired of falling in it. I think those are the only outside things I did. We have a couple of chores to do today that relate to farming. I want to get things planted. Here is our fertilized farmland. It's done well. Oop, look, like it ticked up. It's recovering most of its N. I want to get food planted here and mainly some grain. I want to try to do a crop of rye if we can. And probably get all the cabbages that we have, because they're cold tolerant to -5. It doesn't get very hot up here, so we could probably manage some no, give me those. We could probably manage some turnips. Yeah, -5 to 27. That's the same as the rye. So we'll try. They both have... Yeah, turnips are fast. They'll be okay. Rye will be 2 months. So April 1st, May 1st, June 1st. They ought to be okay. I probably should have put them in March, but we'll live. The other thing I want to do, I have been collecting storage vessels and making storage vessels. if I knew where I had put them. Ah, there we go. So I think I have... I don't think I need all of these for those 2 farms. I'm doing this because we're going to make a huge flax field, hopefully. That is my goal today. The big goal. Big term goal. There we go. And I should probably do a quick thing and make sure we have sound and all that happy jazz. Yay, look at that. Amazing. And for some reason, YouTube has decided it's okay to show me chat now. Oh, I need a chisel. Because what we're going to do with these, we're going to turn a storage vessel into an irrigation vessel. And this is courtesy of... I want to make sure I do this right. Are you... Nope, that's decorative. I need a hammer as well. I've done that before. I have turned an entire stack of these that I painstakingly made into the wrong vessel type. There we go. We want irrigation vessel, which is a tin bronze hammer and a tin bronze chisel, courtesy of the primitive survival mod. And I think they have to be, yep. They each have to be in their own space, which is why we're going to do this first. And if we take these and put them on our hotbar, eat our breakfast on the go. Wow, that was not a lot of saturation, game. What did I make? I think that's just vegetable porridge, basically. So the way these work, this is the way I would recommend. Right-click the water with them, and you'll see that I don't know if you can see, the icon for them changes to have a little blue dot, which means they're full of water. I'm going to set them down inside this block of water. This is very important that there be a block of water there as well. And I have somehow put all of my dirt away. That's a feature. Happy Thursday. Winnie's brain. Dirt. Look at that. And let's use our low fertility soil for once. Oh, I can hear the bees being. The bees buzzing. Oh, there comes the rain. It's good for our crops. Okay, so you set that down and then click on the vessel, right click with dirt, right? So it buries the vessel in the ground, and you'll notice now that all 8 blocks that are around this have a moisture of 100%. I mean, I realize it's raining, but it will keep all 8 blocks 100% irrigated. And then all you have to do is come along with a bucket and ensure that the vessel gets filled back up. As long as it's raining, we won't have that problem. And had I put these out in the winter, they would keep farmland irrigated through the winter so things don't dry out. Oh, you are not... Give me that back. It didn't have its blue... I might need my bucket. So we'll do this one. I'm going to grab my bucket because starting with water is important, because then you can fill up the irrigation vessel from that water block that's around it, and you don't have to run back and forth with your bucket. She says as she forgot to get water in the bucket. There we go. Ooh. April showers bring May flowers. There we go. Make sure this one is full of water and right click with dirt. Okay, this should be much faster, but my brain is running a little slow this morning. Click it with water. Click water set. Click water set. See, and it's auto populating my hand with the next one. Water. And then clicky, clicky. And you can see on some of these, you see how the water is still there? Like it moves. That's the important part. That way I can stand here with a bucket and hold control click, and it will refill the irrigation vessel. Okay, let's put some seeds in here. think we're going to do this field in some rye. Right? Yeah, you need 40 what? N. Yeah, this is the right field for you. And the fertilizer will keep providing that nutrient, so it'll kind of offset some of the use. And I'm out. Okay, we'll put something else in that corner. Maybe some parsnips. Or I may find some more rye. Okay, cabbage is next. I think that has barely enough N. Yep. You'll be fine. And then we go turnips. Beautiful. Oh, we still have tons of room. Let's go pick some more stuff to plant. It's springtime in the garden. 64 turnip seeds, and you're fast, right? Let's do more of those. Parsnips, I think, are also a little delicate. 32. That's good. How much do we have? 5. That's good. Rice. Flax will come back to you. Amaranth. Spelt's gonna get its own. Let's grab all the peanuts and sunflower and soybeans. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Okay, sunflower is a grain. Peanuts are fantastic. Okay, we need to wait on them. They're not happy. Sunflowers are pretty tolerant. Soybeans are great. Let's put some soybeans in that extra spot over here. They're an excellent source of protein. They fill the protein stat. Okay, and what were you? More turnips. I guess I just didn't pick up enough. Let's do 2 rows of turnips. Beautiful. And then some soybeans. Nice. And then maybe the rest parsnip. Lovely. Get our veggies on. I have a tendency to go overboard with planting of the food. And so I'm going to try not to do that this time. We'll plant peanuts when we get there. And I should probably make some more food while we're running around. Let us see what we... Oh yeah, we need to do food things while we're here. So I've been smoking up some red meat. I went ahead and processed the pigs because I wanted them to start making more pig babies. We'll go check on them in a minute. You can see we ended up with a couple of boars and about 6 sows. It'll make for a huge pig population, but I think that'll be important. One of the things I want to do is salt the meat that we have already smoked. Koala, my friend, how are you doing? Are you empty? Let's grab this one. I think I just need 1 barrel. I may have 1 more package of meat to smoke, but maybe we'll just eat that. Okay, so see how our cured smoked red meat? So we cured it and then we smoked it and then we cured it in salt, and it's good for 13 years, which is amazing. So we're going to do the same thing to this. This is a stack of 48 meat that I have already smoked, right? So it's good for 1.6 years. But if we look at our recipe, we can cure it And what we want to do, it's 2-to-1 for the meat. So I need 96 salt. Right? 2 salt for every meat. 45 and 45 is 90. Plus 6. I'm glad you're good. I'm vintage storying today. Are you? Oh, you're empty. See, it's like I had a plan. So if I put 96 salt and then 48 meat, this will turn into 48 cured smoked red meat after 20 days. So at some point in the middle of the summer, this will become cured smoked meat. I'm actually going to put it up here on our curing shelves. Nice. There's wine and wine. You know, wouldn't mind a little wine with my breakfast. Oh, that's nice. It seems very dark in here. It's because my lighting mod's not working. It feels dark to my old eyes. Okay, that is one project complete. Or at least started. I need it 2 days, okay. See, I have a little list. We smoked the meat. We're gonna replace the fence around the bees with some pine. This is why I'm carrying around pine and the saw. We're gonna make some big flax fields. That's my big goal. But I want to show you the other thing I found. We're gonna make some little paths. Probably work on the kiln tower. And I want to make a new backpack as soon as that leather is done. And then we're going to talk about what can go on a piece of land that I think needs something else. Let me grab the things I need to make a new field. Which just includes some of our granite cobblestone and dry stone. And wow, I guess I need to make some more. Also, path blocks are important right now. I did put, upstairs, I have put all of the quarried blocks in a chest, yes. Like, there's granite. That should be enough. Potentially. Just because they were taking up so much chest room. Right? And I kind of reorganized our storage up here. Do I get a discount for paver blocks and dry stone if I use these? And we got a lumber rights blueprint. That lets me make those aged acacia logs. So good. Okay, but I also need to grab some rammed earth because we want to plan before we commit. And some oak. Because that's what that's what the ends of those crop fences will be. And maybe some oak slabs to plop on top. And I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have pine fences and a couple of pine gates. I'm glad I checked. Nice. And I have a chisel and a hammer and a saw, and that'll be plenty. Let me do a little show and tell, because I was randomly hopping in caves. Because I did the path. Did I have this last time? I don't remember. I put a path down between our beautiful tavern and stables. We may have done that on camera together. I don't know. And I came over here and hopped in a hole. This one. Because there's sparkly things in it. Like there's borax and flint. I thought, oh, I'll just take a peek in there. And look what I found. This is like 20 blocks from our tavern. It's a translocator. Like, I can't even make that up. I don't know how it's so close. Like, there's one right here. But I thought we might poke our heads through this one today. Just to see where it goes. I haven't gotten anything out of the chest. Pine seeds, spelt seeds. Oh, fish in the rain. That's one of the best. What else? We have the invention tuning cylinder. Some sphalerite. A tin bronze knife. Nice. Oh my god. Gear. Temporal gear. Yes. This is good. How did I not look in these chests while I was done? I cleaned it up. Right? Because I'm like that. What's in here? Nothing. But I was like, oh, we'll open the chest on camera. Because it's cool. I should probably put a torch down here. Oh, I missed you. And if we pick you up, can I... Okay, do you need temporal gears? I'm absolutely going to repair this. So let's put... Why won't you do a thing? Are you broken? I think I've seen such gears before. Why you no worky? I can't click it. Is there like a ruin? Oh, I can't. I don't want to break it with copper. I have it set to where I can, once they're fixed, I can pick them up with... Is there something on top of it? No, that's definitely a broken static translator. I'm unsure and I don't want to break it. Why won't that fix? Did I already put it? And why won't it take a temporal gear? Huh. I'm very confused. Very confused. Because I did not have gears on me when I found it. Like, I didn't have metal parts on me when I found it. Who knows? I'm just going to empty my pockets real quick. Because that was more stuff than I anticipated. That little knife up there. Oh my. That all goes upstairs. That's a tree seed. Path blocks, a seed. Metal parts. I'm just gonna stick you in there for now. You belong in here. Upstairs, and somewhere on a wall, because that's a pretty painting. Okay, tuning cylinders are... who knows? There we go. Is that a new one? It is! Nice. And 3 spelt seeds. Woo! Very exciting. Okay, while we're in here, let's cook real quick. Because we can. What do I have? I have some fish that needs to be processed. I also need to smoke that. Let's take that upstairs and do it. Do I have... oh, I have a ton of mushrooms. Let's do that. Do some mushrooms and maybe some soybean. Well, we need to eat our veggies. Some carrot turnip stew. Sounds exciting. I'm sorry, mushroom turnip. If I could read today. There we go. And while that's cooking, how did the whole day get away from us? I don't even know. I know this is like 4 pieces of wood to do this, but worth it. And we'll just eat that, I think. As soon as it's smoked. I don't think I need to carry around the vessels with me right now. Not until I get the fields done. So I will put them away. I need you and 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 you. All of you are legit. Anything else? Torches are weird. You should have gone up. And you go in there. Pretty sure I have crates up here. Yes. Many, in fact. And what do we do with torches? We light them so that they stack. Beautiful. Let's go check on the piggies. And maybe work on some paths. Well, it's nighttime. We'll see if we can see. Without my lighting, I did add more lanterns around the area. Oh, and let me point out the thing I want to get y'all's opinion on. So our roads are straight, because that's probably how roads would be, and we'll continue this one in that direction. It'll probably lead off around this hill to the trader, and this will probably go up the hill to the big house, which will be up there. But this corner needs something. And I was debating, I briefly considered moving the bees here so that there would be something like alive and colorful. I have also considered expanding the beads to another field here, because we are like maybe smaller than their current one, just as like a little ornamental bee field on the corner, maybe with 5 hives, because we're Meadow Mead, right? And that means that the mead, which is made from honey, there should be bees everywhere. Like, that should be an integral part of the village. But then I thought, well, maybe it just needs to be a little house of some kind. In which case, what kind of house? Whose house? What would it make sense to have there? And then we'll have the same question on this side. There's plenty of room to put a structure here. And what would it be? What other members of the village would there be? So our starter house is likely going to end up being our local fisherman, because it's so close to the docks. And then we have the blacksmith. And so maybe the blacksmith's house is on this corner, or maybe the blacksmith's house is right here, and it's just a small house between the stables and the tavern. I think that may be the case. We get a blacksmith house right here. And then maybe there is just a beehive on the corner. Not a beehive, but a small bee field. Possibly. Okay, and while we're out here, the other thing I want to do, other than get rid of the last of the snow, oh my goodness, is make some small paths in and around our barn buildings. We have a baby sheep. Look at him. We won't know what kind he is. I don't know if hay makes them grow up faster. Nope. You are less than 3 days before you're ready to mate. That's okay, we'll give you some hay. You're a spaz, little dude. But generation 1, they're slow. This will take a while. I'm hoping the little one will be another you. That would be great. Because then we would get more babies faster, and they would all be the next generation. That'd be good. And here's our current generation of piggies. Look at them go. The wild-caught generation has been officially dispatched. That's what we were smoking. So these are Gen 2s. Oh, I guess that was Gen 1 that we left. These are all Gen 2s. I think I probably have more boars than I need. What do we have? Sow, sow, sow. Boar, sow. Yeah, 2 boars. Technically only need 1, but I find it's just faster to get all your sows pregnant to have 2 boars. I don't know why. And how are y'all doing? Oh, you're still gold. You have plenty of food. You're all going to have really good weight. But our little sorting system worked like a charm. I think we saw the babies on camera. So, big building, but worth it for how easy it makes it to get the next generation. And then eventually we'll have generation 10, but I think we'll leave the sorting system. Like, it makes it very easy to separate the ones you need to dispatch for resources. And they are dispatching the previous generation is the reason I have leather that we're processing, which is very good. But I want to just put some little paths in between. I feel like the sheep are kind of neglected because they're kind of crammed their building in here willy-nilly. The chickens are mad at me. Too bad, chickens. So we'll do just a little domestic path laying today. And I think this would be the case, that the pathways between the buildings would be a little less wide. Like, I want to leave some room for grass and stuff. And maybe the corners would be... That's wood. Wrong click. Would be a little overrun. And then there'll be one around the back of the chickens. This is why I built everything 3 blocks away from one another, so that I could come back and add... Well, they're the remnants of the peat that used to be here. That's where all our peat came from. I had to do land excavation. I'm just going to leave that grass and maybe just do that corner. There we go. Because the whole village should be connected. And I think there might even be a path that widens through here and connects back up with the quote-unquote main road. And this is the other thing I want to do is sometimes it's much easier to build if you lay down your roads first. So I'm gonna go out here and meet this. I think it would be wide here and then narrow back down. So I made it wide. I'm not sure if that's the way we're gonna keep it. It's like path design. So I'll go 5 blocks, and then we'll come in 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that comes out to this one. And maybe that's as far as we plan right now. Even though I think we want to... Part of my rationale for doing this is we want to make big fields out here. And how would we get there? Like, what does the lay of the village look like? Does this stay a little path until it gets out from behind the sheep? And at what point does it widen? And it shouldn't do it like abruptly. So maybe this... three wide by the time it gets to here. Maybe it spends a little more time too wide. I definitely don't have enough blocks for this. That's okay. But now when we're cruising around out here, we'll also run faster. Oh, and I think I want to do the same thing we did on the others. Hold on, I'm going to do a couple of... Hey, Demon Eye, how's it going? Morning to you two. Hope you're having a good day. We're path making in Vintage Story today. Oh, it's feeling a little domestic. Let's do this. And then go back to solid path blocks. There we go. Yes, I like that. Like there's some kind of logical transition to the width of the paths. I think as it got up here, you know, coaches would have pulled off to the side. Coaches, horses, you know, all the foot traffic. Oops. Okay, what does our paver save us? We get 4 to 1 on this. Right? So I could do this. And where's our terrible dirt? This. And get out of my way. That? Look how many. That's amazing. I don't think it's quite enough, but we'll start there. Okay, let's go chisel some granite out of here to make more paths. Oh, you know, actually, well, I'm going to put these down because we'll need them. Let me grab our food. And I think I have like sandstone and claystone that I'll never use for anything else. Like, we're just making path blocks. I want to use our excess. Yeah, like, there's 200 sandstone. Let's use that for path. Path blocking. We're going to need a ton, so perfect. 256. And let's grab our food while we're inside. Nom noms. Some delicious turnip. And what? Hefty wine cap mushrooms. So turnip and mushroom stew. That'll do just fine. Path making in the dark. Yeah, so the road planning, not only will it make our village look more alive, it'll help me with planning where buildings are going to go. And the fields. Because we need to get the flax in the ground now, because I want more windmills. I'm going to plant every flax seed we have. If I can. Okay, this is good. And then I think there would be a reasonable transition here. Maybe a couple blocks past it. There went my shovel. You'd think I would have noticed that. I do have an extra shovel. I'm pretty sure. Already made up. Fingers crossed. I did do a lot of digging. Yes, not 1, but 2. Because we're good like that. Oh, and I found my lantern, by the way. I had set it down on the floor of my bedroom. Like, I guess I was emptying things, and I took it off. It was right at the foot of my bed. Ironically. I did not leave it in a ruin somewhere. You know what we can do? Nope, that's wrong. I was gonna kind of cheese this side of it. Yeah, and then this can be... Here's where the 3 picks up. So we should have a main road all the way to the dock. Voodoo Boys 777, how's it going? Thank you. We got some, you know, late medieval Tudor. It's probably more Tudor than anything. My favorite part, I think, is definitely the bridge between the buildings. That I see that all the time in like artwork and other things, and I was just like, we need to figure out a good reason for having that. And so because that's our tavern on the right and our stables on the left, the stable master's apartments are up there. So we have a place for the elk. Elks, traveling elks, visiting elks. And other mounts, maybe, in the future when we get them. And then the tavern, which the inside needs more attention to detail. We've got a stage. There's a band. And then our upstairs, we'll have another big... I've decided we're going to put a wall along here that has arches so you can see through it, and it'll be another bar with a bunch of tables. And then this hallway can just have like supplies and stuff and junk because it leads to all of our little room rentals for the tavern and inn. We have little rooms, three singles and a double. Right? What's my inspiration? It's a good question. I'll tell you a secret. So I typically will go search for key terms. I'm going to have a sip of my tea while we talk about this. I will typically go search for like, for this one I went and looked for medieval tavern fantasy builds on Pinterest. This world is, we're in episode 25. And I stream it twice a week. So it's only, I want to say less than 6 months. When was our first episode? I have no idea. We'll go look. Less than 6 months. For sure. More like 4 months old. And I typically only work on it during stream. Like, I'll do resource gathering off camera and stuff, but we typically build everything together. Unless it's, say, like I need to move a wall or something. So we built the whole tavern and smithy. Sorry, the whole tavern and stables took three streams to make. And then we just furnished it last time. And like, I'll take an episode and did the fireplace, and I took an episode and added... We have a cellar. Because this is Meadow Mead, and everything... The whole village is, Matt says 13 weeks old. Yeah, but I think maybe there's a couple weeks in there where I didn't do Vintage Story because I was occupied with other games. So yeah, I would say 4 months would be my guess. So not very old. It's a 1.20 world, if that helps. And I, knock on wood, fingers crossed, I will be up, well, I hope I will be able to update to 1.21. We'll see. I did do a major mods update already, so, and we're running with a lot of mods. I think I've got like 60 mods running, because you need them. I can't live without, the quarry mod and the chisel mod and Napster and all the other good stuff. And high capacity chests and chests that sort. I'm a modded Minecraft player. And so once I discovered how amazing the mods were in this community, I was like, oh, we're totally doing that. Okay, I came back here because I'm going to sleep for like just long enough to get the sun up. Because I want light while we decide where to put these fields. There's a playlist. You can go see when the first video was posted. Okay, that should be plenty. Up, 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 up. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. And this is our starter house. Which I actually love. Like, we've been functioning really well out of this. Eventually this will turn into, like, the fisherman hut. I mean, it's pretty nice for a fisherman hut, but yeah. But we started with a square, this main room. Yeah, right? Like, I just, like... The elk taming. Like, we'll go do the storyline Yeah, I cannot play without the quarry mod. I don't know how anybody plays without that. I really think it should be part of the standard game. I want the decorative blocks. You know, I can't live without those. I can't even imagine. Okay, we need a bunch of cobblestone, so speaking of the quarry mod. I'm gonna do some of this, and I forgot to go get my clay. That's okay, we'll go grab some. What else can I find? It's funny, so I have a server with friends that I also kind of dabble on. And it's a 1.21. And we're all like, no, we're not playing until all the mods update. I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. We've been waiting on, I have a couple of them were like, I'm not joining the server until after Napster is updated and the accessibility mod. I'm like, I don't blame you. I'm a little older than your average bear. Okay. Ugh, cobblestone. That's all we needed. Because I need more cobble and dry stone. How are we doing? I have that. 42 should be... let's go grab... I think I have some of the bricks hiding in the granite box. I do. And let me grab more granite. I forget how many of the rocks it takes to do this stuff. Frill, it gives the ability to build big builds without being too OP or breaking the game progression. I 100% agree. Because it's still work. Like, you still have to go out and spend some time mining your quarry slabs. And I actually love doing that. I find that as deeply meditative as mining. You know, I don't mind going out and doing the big underground rows of quarrying. It feels very game relevant and appropriate. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything outside of the world progression. Some of the mods I have are like, they're convenience. They're anything that I don't want to waste time. So I have a lot of stuff that helps us save time. And there's actually a link in the description to that. I'm pretty sure. How do I not have... Oh dear. Paste. I'll have to go steal my description again. Yes, let's do that much more cobble. And then let's do some dry stone. Which needs some more of this. Yeah, I couldn't have built any of this without the quarry mod. It's just so much time. It's not that it's impossible to do to gather these resources in vanilla. I spent like 25 to 30 hours playing in vanilla. Had an absolute blast, fell in love with the game, and then I was like, okay, where are the mods? Because I need the mods now. Da, da, da. Okay, y'all are all dry stone. Wow, see, it just doesn't go far, does it? That is way too much clay to be carrying around. Raining again. That's okay, it makes our crops happy. April 2nd. How is it April 2nd? There we go. Okay, fields. let's think about this. I also want the fields to be a part of the village. And so maybe shoving them all down there is not the best idea. Maybe there should be... like, would we put a big flax field right here? And would it be next to... I don't want to lose this change in elevation. I think that's so important. Let's, what are you? You're low for, like, we don't care. I'm going to replace... I'm going to bring this out a little bit. So we can run a big field down here. Modding is a lifestyle. So true. Everything I play has mods. Minecraft, Ark. What else have we played in the past? I can't even remember. I just started playing RimWorld. It's my new, like, go-to. Just for both frustration and fun. And I'm doing my first playthrough vanilla because I think it's important to play a game kind of the way it, quote-unquote, the way it comes. I don't know. The first time through. Oh yeah, I'm making a windmill at the top of the hill. I think I have like our temporary janky one set up above the blacksmith, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to leave it there. There's plenty of room for a mechanical room, both up here and here. Like we could easily do, you know, a two-headed hammer, the pounder and the grinder, the quern. But for scale, I'd want to put... because I want a lookout tower, too. So, in order to add a windmill to this, it would have to be much chunkier, much higher. And maybe the windmill would be up... yeah, like maybe there... where it's sitting right now, it's at like 128. It's not quite high enough to be efficient. I'm putting the main house up here. And maybe it would have its own little tiny windmill tower just for a inside the house local quern. For sure. But the mansion, the mayor's house, which will, you know, that'll be our house. For sure. That's going to go up on top of that hill. But yes, I think adding more height. Because the property, like the land mass we're on... I'll show you this reason I picked this, and this is why it's called Meadow Mead. So we have a huge lake to the north, and we have this huge lake to the south, and then right over that hill is ocean, right? So we're sitting in this, in the middle of these two bodies of water, plus the ocean, and it would be really no trouble at all to dig. I say that. We could probably do a big dig through here, but definitely easy to connect these up to the ocean. So I'm debating whether or not to put a big, I'm going to put a big dock down here, like a city dock, because it would be down that road, right? And that's the reason I put the tavern and the stables here, because that's like the point at which you enter the village. And there might be buildings to the front of that. But big stables for stables. That's a turbine, not a windmill. Yeah. So, like, yeah. So we're here for a while, and this is why the 121 update is challenging. We're in 1.20. We're heavily modded. I did use Plains and Valleys for the terraforming, and they have been updated for 1.21. I have not tested a seed update with the terraforming. And what I may end up doing is regenerating the world seed with those two mods in 1.21 and then moving all of our buildings to the new version. Because then it would just be paths left over. Like, depending on how this area turned out, I don't want to lose this. Or we may just stay in 1.20 and finish the village and be happy with that. because I am 1000% sure that I will do a 1.21 world at some point. Vintage story is here to stay in my life and my brain. Okay, and during all that rambling, I have decided, yes, I'm going to put a big flax field right here. But that also means I'm going to cut back this little chunk of sticky outy dirt. Just like visually to make the field look less crammed up against this wall. Possibly. We should give it a little more eyeball room. This is just what I want to cut back. But you have to start up higher than you think you do to make land look natural when you're cutting hills back. It's almost like I've played a little bit of that other block game. Okay. And now I can come through here and give myself just a tiny bit more room. Because we want to be able to walk around the outside of the field. And Lord knows I will use the dirt. Again and again. How many times do I say this? I say this once every episode, I think. This game is about moving dirt. All block games are about moving dirt. I swear. Okay, should we cut back the grass so we can actually see what we're doing? I think the answer is yes. There should be a mod list in the description. The roof costs a fortune? Do you mean the grass? Or you mean the slate? Yeah, we dug slate for a while. I still have another like 16 quarry blocks of it. What am I doing? Grabbing my scythe. Don't we have a deader one? Nope. That's fine. I must have been cutting grass. I cut a lot of grass. That's how we can afford it. I'll like put on a YouTube video and cut grass. That's like my obsession. It's funny, I normally would not leave so much. Like the whole village will be stripped bare before it's all said and done. Because then I like to go put grass back in. Like, selectively replace a dirt block so that it gets grass. The slate one. Yep, it was crazy expensive. But not, like, we had to make 2 trips. But it's also, like, it's subtle, but I used slate ashlar. Right? We spent, like, making mortar was an obsession there for a couple of episodes. Which, why we have the windmill, because I got tired of grinding the lime, the quick lime. For the mortars. Okay, we are going to make this field a raised field, so it doesn't matter what is happening with this quality of dirt. It was expensive and it was long. It was I swear it was an entire episode of doing the roof. I was up there quite a bit. But it was worth it. 1000% worth it. Because it looks so good. I still need to finish the ends. It's too white. Too much plaster. But I ran out of out of the aged beams. I raided 2 of the ruined villages for them. And I'm out. I don't even think I finished. Yeah, I didn't finish the top of the stables either. Or this side. Yeah. Like, I got the windows on the other side, but those aren't done. But we got a lot of it done. Just need to have another run. I gotta find another village like that. It's the big villages that are like have like 5 big structures that are mostly ruined, like very ruined. Because of course we have the Better Ruins mod. And they usually have a lot of roofing pieces. Like I have a great collection of red and white roof tiles. But not enough to do big buildings. Like I think they'll be either small buildings or sections of buildings. And eventually the blacksmith I'm going to do in slate too. It's temporarily got a grass roof. Because that's what we could afford then. I hadn't made my brass. Hadn't made my tin bronze plugs yet. Splitter plugs. So we were rocking copper when the blacksmith came up. Do I have room? Yes. Okay, this is going to be a huge flax field. And I'm very happy about that. Let's throw down one more row here. Okay, stop messing with the grass. Let's do some planning. So, how do we do? We want room between the field and the road, so I always want to go 3 blocks in. And I want room to walk around the field, so we always go 3 blocks in. So that's the right corner. And that would mean that we had cobblestone walls, like so. Which means we would have water blocks. Every 2 blocks. About this far down. Like, how big do we want to make it? Like I say, go big or go home. That's probably good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we do the same thing. Do we want it long and narrow? Which would be excessive. I think that's good. I don't think it needs to be... Which means you would go there and you would be like this. Yeah. And we'll, of course, put fences and things. I always put markers where I'm going to put water blocks. I have a bunch of high fertility soil, too. That's one of the mods we have. High fert particles. Because who's got time to hunt that? This is good. This will be a nice, pretty flax field. We might do another one somewhere. But that's an excellent... And it gives us something to put here, which I love. Okay, let's do... Where's my dry stone? And a lantern so y'all can see. There we go. Dry stone. I normally like to put it in the corners. Since it's our accent stone, I will do this. You need to beat that. Nope. Wrong button. Y'all need to be here. Do 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 do. Because it would be darker and mossier on the corners, right? I'm not going to go crazy. It's just cobble and dry stone. It took me a long time to get the stonemason's blueprint. Like, we only got that about 3 episodes ago. I finally found it way out to the north. Okay, high fertility particle, a high fertility soil is next. What else do we have? Food. Primitive survival, of course. Also have Napster, accessibility mod. There's one that gives us additional molds for things. I want to say it's like the smithing mod or something, but it lets me have molds for plates and things you wouldn't normally be able to have molds for, clay molds. What am I getting here? I'm gonna empty some pockets. High fertility soil. That's what we're getting. Hopefully. Okay, I have 74. Where's the rest of my high fert soil? Oh, you. I have the mod that lets you pick up high fertility soil. It doesn't lose its nutrition value. Or its characteristic of being high fert. I have a lot of high fertility marked and not picked up, I think is my problem. I think there's a bunch marked all over the map. Yeah, like here's some. Here's some. Here's some. I need to go run around this lake and pick up all the ones I've seen. I mark it when I'm out and about. That's our resin run. I found a bunch up here next to our survival goods trader that I have not gone and picked up yet. I don't have any teleporters yet. I have the translocator relocator mod. So if we after we repair a translocator, we can pick it up and move it. And someday we'll have a farm in the south. So we'll have year-round flax, which is a goal, so we can just zip down there. And the south is beautiful. Oh my. I thought I had enough soil for this. We may have to go get some soil. It's okay, it'll give us an excuse to get out of the base. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So close. Let me go ahead and put the irrigation vessels in here. Oh, we have so much crap in my inventory. Okay, I think we're done with paths for the moment. So y'all can go up. Don't need the clay. What else lives down here? Don't need you right this second. Or you, but you go back in the blacksmith. I ended up not using as much of that as I thought. And you can have that. And you can have that. And that. What else have I done? I have Dana's tweaks and configure everything. And the essentials. Dana's tweaks, obviously, because she has all the cool things. We want to do irrigation vessels. And a bucket. Bucket. And use guys. Where are they? We'll place as many of those as we can. And I think I'm carrying the chisel and a hammer. Yes. Let's grab some agua. Doing this at night. I don't know why vintage story is always at night. Why? Don't know. And I forgot my hoe. Ho, ho, ho. Might just make a flint one. And I can't put y'all in yet. Okay. We will start with the water. No. Give me that. Wrong button. Ah, domestic heaven. I would say domestic hell, but domestic stuff in Midge's story is fun. Okay, we'll start there. Then I have a few of these already made. We love them. Like so, and then we clicky them with the dirts. And then let's turn the rest of these into irrigation vessels. And they should pop into my inventory. Fill them with water before we set them in there. Will we have enough? Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Where's my hammer? 4 more for now. Go to your home. Don't you know that's your home? Great, and then clicky, clicky, clicky. Important to leave that block of water in there. Makes refilling them very easy. Ta-da! I think I will just make a flint hoe. You know what? I know I have a copper hoe in here. Let's just see if I can find it. I never take it with me. I always end up making a flint hoe. Where are you? What are you? No, you're a fox. No hoe. I guess not. I guess I keep just making flint ones. No. No, I'll try the blacksmith. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I guess let's make one. Takes 2 seconds. 2 shakes of lamb's tail. We can do it. Especially, we can do that. And set you down for lights. Do not let me forget. That's what I did with my lantern. That's what happened last time. Don't need you. You can go back on your little shelf. Nope. Wrong. Nope. Go to your home. Where's the empty one? There we go. No hoe in here? No, it's just chisely things and an extra shovel. And you're going to be important. I'm going to make another shovel while I'm here because that's the thing I run out of the fastest because of all my terraforming and future terraforming. We'll have a sip of tea while we wait for this to heat up. I like our blacksmith. We're going to redo the kiln room and make a giant, like, kind of circular oven-looking tower thing instead. I mean, it serves its purpose really well, but... I want it to look cool. What are we doing? Ho. Ho, ho, ho. Where are you? Oh, I have smithing blindness. There it is. Go Napster for the win, because Winnie's hands hurt today. Napster just updated for 1.21. Very exciting. And what did I say? A shovel. Super fast. Has been a very domestic day. What else is on my list of things? I know, we're going the fast route because we have a lot we need to do today. Nope, that was the wrong button. Go. Go to your home. Lamp. Come back to me. Thank you. I need to do oil lamps. Our pigs. I'm behind on pigs. That's how early our world is. I'm only on generation 2 of piggies. Like that. This is our first year. Like this will be 1 year on May 1. So that's exactly how old our world is. In game time. I think that's pretty good for 1 year. But we were quick. Like, I was quick to make the starter house. We spent quite a bit of time on the starter house because I know it needed to be functional and comfortable in order to do bigger builds. We are more than ready to move to iron, but I've just been kind of hanging out in the Bronze Age. But I have everything we need for iron. I was kind of waiting on windmill because nobody likes to make ingots. You know what? I'm not gonna hoe. Well, this water should keep those moist. We'll go ahead and hoe everything. We'll hoe this row just to reduce the particles. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da. I tend to put pine fences around my fields. Let's do... Wow, I'm going to go need to get sticks. And every field is a rule of thumb. Oh, wow, how many bit there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't math today. 9. That's what I thought. Okay, you get 1 gate instead of 2. I normally like to do 2 gates. But what we'll do instead is 1 on every side. So I can go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 2 there. And I think I had pine fences in my cabinets. Not that there's anything in here to grow yet. We're gonna go grab the high fertility soil that's very close to us so we can finish this. Give me all the fences. I need to replace the fences around the beehive with pine fences as well. But let's go to... Oh, now see, because I crouched on these, it marked it. I have auto map markers. It's another one. Let's go to this. Grab that. Hopefully I haven't dug this up yet. I don't think I have. I think that explains why I have so much in my inventory. We'll stop and see our trader while we're here. Sir, where are you? Since I think it's right on the other side of his caravan. Hey Rustin, how's it going? What do you have today? Oh, I need to bring you my crates. He's not very exciting. I mean, he does have flax. 4 gears, dude. I have the day trader mod, which tells you whether or not a trade is good. Yeah, here we go. See, this is what happens. Where are you hiding? Back here in the bushes. Oh my god. This is probably why I haven't gathered this yet, because it's underneath all this shenanigans. It's okay, I need more sticks anyway. Give me all the sticks. I mean, I have chests of sticks, but, you know. Chest, storage containers? That's a word. Please be a lot, so we can finish our field. Thank you. But it might be enough. I'm not really sure. Is that all of it? $27? Should be plenty. Let's mark that as collected. Nice. Run back home. Because we can. The sun is coming up. No, it's not. It's 3 a.m. Why is it so bright? Is my accessibility mod working? Or we just have a weird brightness thing happening? I get over the fence. Yes. Is it enough? Maybe. Not quite. So close, though. Oh my goodness. There's some stinky trash outside. I can smell it. It's not trash day yet. And it's bear season. Bear season, wabbit season. Speaking of bears, it's one of the doggos making noise behind me. Okay, do we race down and get the last closest high fertility soil? I almost had plans figured out today. Let's go ahead and do this row of irrigation vessels to get them out of our inventory. And was I smart enough to keep my bucket? Nope. Yes, yes. Bueller, good job. Can I? No, I'm just going to get more water. I don't even have a plunge pool in the blacksmith. I have to go all the way to the pond. Thank you. Normally I would make a single like water right next to a farm. But the irrigation vessels kind of help negate that. Okay, fill the bucket before you put it away. That's another 4. I'm so glad I spent all winter making these. God. At least I didn't have that. You, and you, and you, and you. Lovely. How far away is that other one? Not far. Okay, yeah, it's just right there. And it's in the water. That'll be fun. Maybe there's still enough ice we can cheese it. Let's see. I got to run around. That's okay. It is not far. What else? Settings are set up a little bit. I have everything stacks 4 times. What it would in vanilla. I have inventory items have twice as many spaces. That's why I have so much inventory with just backpacks. Because I am too old to spend time just juggling inventory management. Full honky. All that does is mean things take longer to do. And I don't... Both for streaming and in real life. Like, I don't want to waste my time just because you have weird game design. Oh no, I already got these. Okay, well, let's fix my water problems here. Must not have had dirt. The last one. Wow, this must have been a huge... Is that it? I think that's it. Yes. Yes, nobody else is running. Good. Okay. You should have been deleted. Let's try this one. To fly through the woods. We also have the mod No Rust Creatures. Aha! And that's specifically because I wanted to keep all the lore, but not have to deal with annoying critters all the time. I'm here for the domestic joy and relaxation this time around. In the future, that could change. And we also have wild animals on neutral, so they don't bother us if we don't bother them. Is that it? We always check to make sure the particles fade away. Butterflies! I need to make a butterfly net. Look at you, you're so pretty. But I kind of like them out in the world. I don't like to pin them to a board myself. That seems so rude. Okay, let's have a snack while we're out here. Enjoying this gorgeous sunset. Look at the casa. Lovely. Okay, and let's use the Essentials mod to get our butts home faster. Beautiful. That makes going far and wide much more convenient. That mod itself is really designed for Discord integration, but it includes the things that you would have in like the FTB Essentials for that other block game. Well, I should have grabbed the flax seeds while I was there. No worries. Let's just do a little jauge. We need 2 of those. Got that backwards? Nope. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my goodness. We have done it. Giant field for flax is ready to go. Let's go get our seeds. I think that'll be great. That's a nice visual addition to this part of the village, I think. And we'll change it up. It can be flax and then we'll rotate it to something else. I would like to fertilize it, but I think we're not going to worry about it this year. I think we're just going to grab all the flax that ever was and plant the hell out of it. And maybe stop taking up so much of our food by running around with our lantern in our offhand. That would be good. I gotta do something about that corner. Someday. Dun, dun. Something very therapeutic about planting a huge field in this game. I feel very accomplished, like, given how much work it took to collect all the seeds. We ran around for quite a while with hoes, hoeing up the wild plants so we would get more seeds. Am I out already? What? No. I thought for sure that would be... This is a huge field. Okay. What grain can we plant? Okay, it's 1 degree. I think we can do spelt along with the flax. They have the same growing time and I think the same temperature tolerance. And I should have a ton of it. Yeah, 52. Yeah, -5 to 40. Let's do some spelt. I don't think we're in need of the veggies, and spelt is a grain we can use to feed animals. In addition to making bread. I think I will save that 1 row for any more flaxseed I turn up. Maybe? No, I'm just gonna plant it. If I find more flax... Oh my god, we're out of spelt too. What do I have? A whole row left? I don't want to waste any growing spots, especially this early in the season. It is not warm enough for amaranth yet. Sunflowers, y'all are cold tolerant to -5. Yes, let's do sunflowers just for giggles. I have 6. What else can we do? Peanuts need more warmth. Onions. You should be... In fact, onions are probably a better idea than sunflowers. Because I didn't plant as many onions last time. Like, I have a ton of turnips and carrots, but not many onions. Des one, y'all. Yeah, -1. Y'all ought to be fine. I don't think we're getting below 0 now at this point. Okay. There we go. Full field. Half a field of flax. That's 120 flax plants. That should be enough for us to do 3 more full windmills. That's a 16 sail windmill. I do have millwright in here too. It's another mod. And while I'm standing here, let's do this. Make a little stairway to get up into... I know there are stair blocks, but this makes me happier. Super easy chisel. And then I put away those oak slabs, didn't I? Let's use... some pine. Just want to... Really? I just want to warm it up a little. Because sometimes, like, the slate and the oak and whatever looks a little cold. Boop. Boop. That's better. Look at that beautiful field. I'm very excited. Ah, okay. I feel accomplished. Like, getting the flax in as soon as you can is one of my big deals. Okay, let's also run over to the bees and replace their fence with pine. Because I think maple's all I had, and I don't... Oops. Nope, give me that back. How did I manage to break that? It's a feature. I probably should harvest bees, too. Give me that. The raccoons have been insane around the beehives this spring already. Like I came out here and there are two of them like running along the fence line trying to get in. Because the hives are all flush with honey. Stupid raccoons. There's pine, and I need to replace the gates as well. See? You, stinker, get out of here. Buzz off. You little piney thief. Jeez. I don't know how many gates we want. I think I put 2 because this is the path from the house. And we should definitely make some more slabs. Maple seeds, where do I get those? Oh, I know. Raccoon proofing the honey. Oop, let me have that. Doo-doo-doo. Should we put a little gate in this side? Probably. I don't know that I'll go in and out it very often, but that's good. Look at them all. Harvestable. Yeah. I could probably move one of them over to a little... I'll think about it. Whether or not we want multiple bee farms in places. Kind of like that they're all in here. It looks so good. Like, that made sense to have them back here behind the pond at the time. And then here's our vineyard. Because, of course, we are Meadow Mead. And we make all of our money by creating and shipping alcoholic beverages to the local communities. It's our specialty. I'm cutting these back so animals can't jump from... Not that I know if they can, but let's not risk it. Don't get in my berries. I'll make this look a little more natural. There we go. Piggies. And now, of course, I can see all kinds of crops everywhere. Are you more flax? You are. Gimme. Save it for the next haul. I want one more field. How am I going to do on time? Okay, I'm out of time, but that's okay. Ooh, what do we have? Field mushrooms, lovely. I think we would maybe put one more flax field like right here. The idea, like I started the road. We want the road to go over here. Straight out to this, and there'll be a dock. A big dock, like a shipping dock. Which means I need to do something about this hole in the ground. And... never turn away sand. Oh, I think I was waiting to do this because I wanted to harvest the clay that's here. And we don't want sand under our dock. So I was going to dig up all the sand. Oh, there's more flax. Yeah, there's some terraforming that needs to happen before I do a construction project over here. Just a little bit. We need sand to do all kinds of things. Make other blocks. I'm going to fall in that hole. Of course I am. And... can I clear this up? See what's going on here? Are you just bushes? You are. A little bit of native copper. I'll take you. And can't hoe you, so we'll just take you. It's amazing to me how often I will miss seeds while I'm out and about. I have a feeling I should make this solid so that when I'm actually doing construction, this doesn't become a problem. Especially since I have the soil on me to do it. Do I have some, that's all low fert. Do we care? Nah, it's fine. It's the only time I want a building wand. When I'm doing major landscaping. That's the mod I'd make. Just a simple one. Like just out of cobblestone. And maybe it would only do like 3 blocks at a time. Anything would be better. I mean, I guess it's not bad. That took what, a minute? That's fine. And why do I have you marked? I don't know. I put this here for a reason. What's on the map? Oh. This is quartz and graphite. Graphite doesn't have a use yet, as far as I know. Or at least not till 1.21. But I marked it anyway. We might just close that up and I'll leave the markers on the map. Are y'all in soil? No. Gimme. Are you? Yes. Spring is the perfect time to run around and look for crops because the grass is still brown. And the crops are like day glow. Like I missed one of those flaxes over here. Look at that. Zootalor, I have missed one. Oh, it's because you're rye. Okay. Not as excited about you. You're temperamental. You don't like the heat. That's okay. And so yeah, Meadow Mead doing pretty good. I think my only design decision that I'm rethinking is that the animal pens look very modern, especially the boar sorter. And I don't, maybe changing out the glass for leaded glass would change that. I'm copying the design, clearly. From the gentleman who actually did this design. Like it's a block for block copy. Maybe my bore space is a tiny bit bigger. And I want to say the ape? Does that sound right? I don't know. I feel bad. Everybody knows. It's the guy who did the boar sorter. Boar filter. How to filter your boars. It's all him. None of this was original. And we still need a rooster. I think I have 2 chickens. Hens. Yep. Hey, ladies. I promise I'll find you a boy at some point. You know what? Here, have some flowers to liven up your pen. Just for... 'cause it looks a little... There we go. And this is our cattail farm, which does not need a fence, thank goodness. I see you! I see you! Rocky, get out of my garden! You stinker! Buzz off! Not in the house. Get out of my flower beds. Go on. Move your little chubby britches out of here. Go on. Go play with your friends by the lake. Yep. There's berries down there for you. Be gone. Stinker. Trying to get to my honey? Jeez. Oh, that looks good. Just adding the field over there helped with... It felt like the tavern and the stables was kind of floating out there by itself. You know, these huge structures without a lot of stuff around it to anchor it. This is good. I think we do need some kind of house. 2 houses. Maybe two little townhouses that touch. Like there's a house on one side and a house on the other. Because this will be a room eventually. And in fact, it may be extended out. I want to put the beehive kiln here. I think if we dig down a tiny bit, there's enough room to put it like kind of half in and half out of the building. Although I know it needs to, you can't have it be rained on. I might be able to fit it under here if we go down the stairs sooner, possibly. I can't, I need to go look at a map of how big. I think it's a 7x7 structure, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that'd be cutting it close. I mean, it would fit. Probably. Nope. If that or the center. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. But it'd have to go down. I think it's much taller. And we need access underneath it. So we'll see. That may end up being its own building. Maybe that's the building that needs to go, like, here. Or here. I don't know. This needs, like, clutter and tchotchkes. Because this is more... Or another little field right here. Maybe let's think about that. So if I did a field in line with these, because we like a little bit of symmetry in our village, but I don't want it to crowd. 1, 2. I don't want it to crowd the rest. Let me put where water blocks would go, because that tells me how big. Is that gonna be... Nope. It's gonna be weird. Okay, well, it can't go any further this way, so it's gotta go this way. And maybe it could just be smaller. 1, 2, 1, 2. But will that make me bananas that it's... Okay, if I move it over 1 block, it becomes centered on that. And then it doesn't crowd this place as much. This is why we plan. 1, 2. 1, 2. Just like that. And then only 2 wide, I think. So just a little field. Maybe this becomes the cabbage field. Really don't need that much. That's wrong. I keep hearing the sheep make their little sounds in there. It's hilarious to me. They sound like they're making the elephant noise. Well, new crop fields were on our agenda today. Because it's springtime. Nope. Like here. Maybe there. Maybe not all the time on the corner. Definitely do not have the soil for this one, but we will mark it out. So we have the placeholder. That'll be lovely. Just a nice little field tucked back here. And then there's still room. I want our paths to connect up. I don't know, because I don't know what I want to put here. Like, would we have a little path that kind of goes behind here? Probably. Just sneaks its way behind the stables. And meets up with the path that's going to come out of here. But I don't actually want it to go that way, so we're going to make it do a little bit of a turn. There we go. Just so it has some visual interest, and it would start wider and then get narrower. And I put all the path blocks away. That's okay. I can do that later. Yes, yes. I was like, what is that critter? It's not. It's another Mediterranean cypress I planted. Oh, good. That one came up perfectly. I was hoping to get them... Like, we need more things for our eyes to go to. We'll also plant trees strategically throughout the village. And I need to add more lighting. Oh, so many things to do. So many things. But we've done a lot today, and that is all I have time for today. Thank y'all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please leave a like. It helps me out, and I really appreciate it. In the meantime, remember, you are all the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.